Hi everyone, this is Mike from Herbert-ABS with another Learning Series video. In this video, I'm going to continue our series on the bulk pile tool, this time focusing on the definition of the loading resources, i.e. the conveyors or rigs used to load cargo into the holds. I've got our self-unloading bulker demo open here, starting with a simple blank loading condition. I'm going to open the bulk pile tool, and we're going to play around with the cargo loading definition. Just to get things started, I'll create a few blank load passes by clicking the Add button a few times. I'll then zoom into the hold graphics to see things a little bit better. And then I'll go to the commodity ribbon, and I'm going to select the limestone at the top of the list and apply this to all of my hatches. Next, let's go to the area we want to focus on, the Resource tab, where we can specify how the cargo is loaded. I have a sample loader already defined, and if I hit Edit, we can see the properties. The key aspects we want to define are the loader width, which we can see as 2 meters here, and the loader movement, which we can see is, again, 2 meters, but in the transverse direction. This is going to replicate a simple center load pour. If I define a pile, let's say 5,000 tons here in hatch 15, we can see the shape it makes. I've basically got a 2 by 2 meter point at the top of my pile, and I can see that the pile has sloped down based on the cargo's angle of repose in all directions. Now, let's try defining a different type of loader. Let's say a conveyor that goes side to side transversely, replicating an active loading that spreads the cargo across the width of the hatch. I can hit the Add button to start, and we'll call this Sample Conveyor. In this case, let's keep the same 2 meter conveyor width, but on the loading movement, let's assign a 20 meter transverse movement. I'll hit Save. I'll apply this sample conveyor to my second load pass, and if I go to hatch 18 and put the same 5,000 tons in here, we can see a much different shape to a pile. We now see that we've got the top of the pile spread out entirely transversely, again with the cargo making the same pile based on the angle of repose. In some cases, we can also have a pile that is created off-center, such as for banking to account for the crane being extended. We can create a resource that defines that as well. In this case, let's create a simple port offset loader. We'll keep the same 2 meter width, we'll keep the same 2 meter movement, but this time we'll specify a center offset, and on the transverse side, we'll give it 10 meters to port. I'll save this. I'll go to my third pass, and I'll select the port offset, and this time I can pick a hatch, let's say hatch number 10, and I'll put a simple 100-ton pile in here. Now in this case, we can see that the pile has been poured in and is piling up or banking on the side to the port side based on our definition. As you can see from this demonstration, there are quite a few different ways to define how cargo is loaded in the bulk pile tool. Feel free to investigate and define the properties that work for your circumstances. Thanks for watching this learning video. For more information, please visit us at www.herbert-abs.com or email us at info@herbert-abs.com.